I'm not sure why I'm writing this down on paper and not using my computer, but I need to organize my thoughts. Something odd is happening. My small, windowless basement apartment makes day and night blend together. I've been working on a programming project for days and haven't been outside. Everyone I normally talk to online has been unresponsive. My last email was from a friend saying he'd talk to me after returning from the store. That was yesterday. I decided to go outside to make a call, but what happened unnerved me. When I opened my apartment door, I felt a strange apprehension. The hallway was dim and quiet. I walked up the stairs and looked out the building's front door window. It was dark and gloomy outside, not lunchtime as I'd thought. The wind was constant, cold, and created rhythmic noises. I checked my phone for signal, saw full bars, and called Amy. It rang once, then stopped. Moments later, an unfamiliar number called me. A male voice apologized for the wrong number and hung up. My phone rang again, displaying another unknown number. This time, it was Amy, using someone else's phone from a party. The conversation was brief, but left me feeling off. Back in my apartment, I realized something disturbing. During my call with Amy, I didn't hear any party noises or the wind. I ran to the stairwell to check if the wind was still blowing. The next day, the rain was pouring heavily. I wandered to the third floor and found a window, but didn't open it. Instead, I set up a webcam in my hallway to watch the front door while I stayed in my room. Later, I video chatted with a friend who acted vague and asked for my email address. An unsettling email arrived from an old friend saying, "Seen with your own eyes, don't trust them, they." It shocked me. I realized I hadn't seen anyone face to face for days. My paranoia grew. I texted everyone in my contacts list, asking if they had seen anyone face to face. No responses. Amy called again and said she was coming over. I felt relieved, thinking my fears were irrational. But then, she knocked on my door. I saw her on the webcam, but I needed to be sure. I asked her to prove it was really her by mentioning something only we knew. She mentioned the day we met at a playground. I was about to open the door, but realized that the old webcam in my room had captured that memory. Something out there knew. I didn't open the door. Instead, I screamed and piled everything against it. Days passed. My fears grew. I smashed all my electronics to ensure nothing could deceive me. I thought about the possibility of an entity trying to get me. Then a knock came. The voices outside claimed to be policemen, a psychiatrist, and Amy. The psychiatrist explained I had cyberpsychosis, triggered by a suggestion in an email. He said thousands were experiencing the same thing. It made sense, but it could be another trick. In my paranoia, I rejected his explanation and didn't open the door. Finally, they forced the door open. Amy and the police entered. The psychiatrist tried to help, but I saw them as part of the entity's deception. Now, in a padded cell, I write to make sense of my thoughts. The entity still brings food and water, pretending to be kind nurses and doctors. It even mimics Amy perfectly to break my resolve, but I know better. I'll resist until my last breath. I am a hero. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more.